Today we'll talk about the area of parallelograms, and that's spelled P-A-R-A-L-L-O-G-R-A-M-S. Parallelograms and rectangles. Parallelograms and rectangles. We'll start off with a parallelogram. And so please write in these numbers. Up here is 8 centimeters, this distance. This length right here is 7 centimeters, and this length is 5 centimeters. And remember, for any parallelogram or rectangle for that matter, area is base times height. Okay, well, this length to there, this length from here to there is the base. And remember, we said the altitude is when we go 90 degrees from the base, or we can also call that's also referred to as a height. So we have our height and our base. So now what we have to do is put the numbers in there. So our base is 8 centimeters, and our height is 5 centimeters. 8 times 5 is 40, and centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. So our area is 40 centimeters squared. Remember, area is always how many squares will fit inside. And notice that we did not even need to use this measurement here. That's not our height. Our height is perpendicular to the base. Again, our second problem, we need to find the perimeter and the area of this rectangular shape. Now notice on this shape we have some variables. We have x, y, we have x and y, basically. And we don't know what their numbers are, so we have to figure that out. We have to put on our thinking cap and think. So let's do the y's first. So notice that this length right here is 12. But this y and this y make up 12. Now they're both the same. So therefore the y's must be what? 6. This must be 6, this must be 6, and this must be 6. Right? Because it takes 6 and 6 makes 12. Now for the x's. We notice going from top to bottom, it's 11. Top to bottom is 11. Now if I take away 3, that means 8. So these two together have to add up to 8. Right? This has to add up to, these two together have to add up to 8. But they have to be the same number. So what must they be? 4. They must be 4. Right? Because 4 and 4 is 8, and then 9, 10, 11. So that's 4, 4. Now this is not 4x, this is just 4. And this is not y6, this is just 6. The length of y is 6. Again, hopefully this is clear. 4, 3, and 4 make up 11. And 6 and 6 make up 12. All right, now we need to calculate our perimeter. So I'm going to start up here at the top. Now I could just keep going around. I have to go around the outside edges here and total that up. Now sometimes it's easier to combine numbers together. Let's put, for example, the 12 and 12 together. 12 and 12 makes 24. So I'm going to add that up here. So I have 24. Then I have 11. All right. Then I have 4 and 4 and 3. Isn't that 11? 4, 4, and 3. It's 11 because it's the same as this. And then I have this. 6 and 6. 6 and 6 makes 12. So now I just need to total that up. And the answer is 58. So the perimeter is 58, and I don't know if that's either inches, yards, whatever, but it's 58 units. I'll just say units. Okay, so that's a perimeter. That's going around the outside edge. The tricky part is figuring out the 4s and the 6s there, the x and y's. Now we need to find the area. Now to find the area, it's best if we divide this up. So you can divide it any way you wish. To me, because this is kind of an odd number, see, it'll be like a fraction here. Because if I divide 11 in half, that's not a nice clean number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line across here and here. Okay, so now it's nice and even. So now this over here, this is 3. And if this is 3 up here, this is 4. And this is 4. And so now what I do is I have 3 rectangles basically. And I find the area of the 3 rectangles. Okay, so this is going to be 4 times 12. This area here is 4 times 12, right? Because that's 12, and this is 4. 12 times 4 is 48. And you know what? It's the same thing down here. Because it's 4 times 12. So this area is 48. All right, so now I have this area in the middle here. Okay, it's 3 by 6. 3 by 6. 3 times 6 is, I'm just going to write that in there. 3 times 6 is 18. So I have 48, 18, and 48. I add that together to get my total. I'm just going to kind of circle it so that we know. Okay, so those 3, we add them up. 48, 18, 48. Okay, add those up, and what do you get? You should get 114. So our area is 114, I don't know what the units are, but we'll say units squared. Because remember, area is always how many squares will fit inside. Okay, so now you know how to find the area of a parallelogram, or a rectangle. It's base times height. You know how to find the area of an odd shape like this. Just break it down into areas, different areas, and add those areas together once you find them. Okay, last one deals with finding a shaded region. Okay, here's how we calculate the shaded region. What we want to do is take the big area. I'll give you time to write this down. Take the big area. 10 by 5. That's the big area. Minus the small area. Well, the small area is this side inside, and that's 7 by 2. And if you do that, that will give you the shaded region. Okay, so the big area minus the small area gives you the shaded region. Okay, well this region, the big area, is 10 times 5. 10 by 5. 10 times 5 is 50. Okay, and the units were centimeters, right? So centimeters squared. That's this region right here. The small area is 7 by 2. Well, 7 times 2, that's 14. 14 centimeters squared. So I'm going to subtract those. And if I do that, 50 minus 14 is how much? Should be 36. That's 36 centimeters squared. Okay, and that's the shaded region. So the big minus the small gives you the shaded region.